Hey, people. How y'all doing? How you doing, sir? Everything good? Well, I guess the band didn't show up tonight, so I'm contracted to entertain you all. So I said, well, I might as well tell some jokes to y'all, you know. So I'm gonna try to tell some jokes. You can go ahead and keep working on your Macintosh right there, man. I'm gonna try to tell some jokes, you know. So I gotta say, hey, I was expecting some more black people in here, but I say to y'all, hey, white people, how y'all doing? Y'all good? Everybody good? All the white people good? Good to see y'all, man. My credit's that's a terrible thing because I got bad credit, man. I got real bad credit, man. My credit's so bad. Too. She knows my credit is terrible, man, but that don't stop her from doing nothing, man. She just run it up anytime she can. Like this summer, she decided we wanted to go on a cruise, right? So she was gonna put us on the Tom Joyner Morning Show cruise. Y'all ever heard of Tom Joyner Morning Show? You heard of that, brother? Yeah, she was gonna put me on that cruise, right? And I was like, go ahead, baby. I don't like disappointing my old lady, so I said, go ahead, set it up. Go ahead, do the Tom Joyner Morning Show cruise. But I was a little bit skeptical at first because it's a boat full of black people. And I don't know if y'all remember what happened to the last time a whole bunch of black people got on a boat. I don't know if y'all remember that. Let me just. That's what we had. But I told her I don't like disappointing her, so I said, go ahead, set it up, right? So she set it up. It was like a 4-day cruise. It was 4 days, 3 nights. We had 3 calls to port, and I looked at her and I said, well, how much that cost, babe? She looked me right in the eyes and she said, it was $5,000. I was like, what? $5,000? Then she looked me in the eyes again and it was like, it was $5,000 per person. And I got weak. I almost fainted right there on the spot, but I'm a man. I stood up. I stood tall. I said, $5,000. I said, where are all these black people trying to get to? Freedom? They trying to get to freedom. That's the price of freedom right there. $5,000. I don't know, man. I was born here in New York, man. I was born in Jackson Heights, man. I live way in Ohio now. I live in Cleveland, Ohio, man. Cleveland. I don't know. Cleveland crazy too, man. Let me describe Cleveland. Cleveland is famous for 3 that caught on fire. Not only did it catch on fire, it burned for 3 days. The river did. That's terrible. How bad is your water that it burns for 3 days? But despite all that, I still drink that water before I drink the water in Flint, Michigan. I promise you I would. Promise you I would. Next thing Cleveland is known for, we known for potholes. The capital of potholes in the city, man. One time me and my old lady was riding down the street, we hit a pothole and her whole ovary fell. I appreciate that very much. I hope I'm funny to y'all. If not, it don't. Y'all can go down the street and be like, that dude wasn't funny at all. I'll be like, they all lying. I don't know none of them. They lying. Like that dude saved puppies from kittens. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all didn't even have to come here. Across the road, obviously because 2 Negroes was behind it. That's why. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know. If you ever get yourself in a situation, just go to Cleveland and drive up and down the road a couple of times, and everything gonna be fine as far as that. Did that brother just take a picture of me? Oh my God, he gonna show his friends how terrible I was. Gonna put it on Facebook, huh? I'm mad, man, because my cousin was supposed to come here tonight. He was supposed to come here. He was gonna come check me out because I be on the road a lot, yo. And he was gonna come check me out tonight. But he didn't show up, you know. And you guys would love him because my cousin is gay, y'all. First of all, he's gay, which ain't nothing wrong with being gay. That's cool. If you gay, you cool. That's fine with me. But he's gay and a midget at the same time. Yes, he is a midget. Y'all would enjoy this guy. He's a midget. I remember when he first came out the cabinet and told everybody he was gay. The only one person caught that joke. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. One person caught that joke when he first came out the cabinet because he was a midget. I appreciate that laugh, sir. That's a sympathy laugh. I take it. I take anything I can tonight. Yeah, but I remember when he first came out, man, it told us. And I remember when I came up here to visit him because he lives across the bridge in New Jersey. And I came to visit him, right? I came to visit him. And see, I didn't know certain things about gay midgets. I didn't know certain things about gay midgets. I didn't know, like, they hung together, like a team of them. I walked in the house. It was like 6 of them sitting on one little love seat together. I was like, they are adorable, too. They are absolutely adorable. So I walked in, and I didn't know how to address the midget crowd, right? So I just walked in, and I said, hey, man, how's it feel to be a midget? And they looked at me. The one little midget, he got offended. He was like, man, I don't like that word. I don't like being called a midget. I said, oh, you don't like being called a midget? I said, well, that's what you are. You just a midget, man. He said, no, let me tell you something, man. We don't like that word. I said, well, what would you prefer me call you? He said, I prefer you call me little people. I said, little people, huh? I said, okay, little people. Check this out. I got a granddaughter, and she's 2. She's little people. I was like, you a midget. That's what I said to him, right? So he gets pissed off. The little midget stands up and is like, yo, I'm gonna kick your butt now. I was like, really? So he stood up out of his little chair, and I raised up a little bit because I was already taller than him sitting down. So I just raised up slightly. And the little midget just ran at me, man. This is crazy. This is a true story. He ran at me, and it scared me to death because I didn't know what to do. I don't know if anybody ever been charged by a midget before. There's no protocol for what to do when you've been charged by a midget. So all I did is I just stuck my foot out and hit him in the shoulder, and he fell over. He toppled on his back, right? And he got a little short arm, so he couldn't get up. He was trying to get up. And while he was trying to get up, I just grabbed him by the leg and tossed him to the other side of the room. He starfished all the way across the room, right? But when he starfished, he bounced. He hit the couch, bounced, and landed on his stomach. He jumped up, and he just growled real hard, like, "Arr!" and started running at me again. And I was, like, scared at first. And then I was like, I don't know what to do because I ain't never been charged by a midget twice. So what did I do? I just stuck my foot out again and hit him again. And he fell over again, so I grabbed him by his leg, and this time I gave him a little discus toss and let him go, yo. He landed on his back, and then I realized 2 things at that time about midgets, man. I realized 2 things. One, they're easily toppable. You can top them real easy. All you got to do is stick your foot out. And 2, they kind of dumb because he fell for the same foot twice, you know. I didn't understand that. I thought they were smarter because he got a big old head on him. I didn't know he was that dumb. Thank you for the sympathy laugh around the corner. But my other cousin, man, he's a midget. He's a midget, man. And I'm going to tell you something about midgets and gayness. They can be troublesome at times. They can be more trouble than anybody, right? So I took my cousin to get a prostate exam. And I don't know if y'all know what a prostate exam is. I'm sure some of the fellas in the room know, and if the young fellas don't know, you will know real soon. My man, you on Google right now. You should Google and see what a prostate exam is. Yeah, you should Google and find out what a prostate exam is. You know what a prostate exam is, man? You do? Well, let me tell you what happened with my cousin, my gay cousin, man. Prostate exam is when the doctor takes his fingers, put a glove on, and he goes to what I like to call the glory hole. And he checks for swelling or some kind of sickness inside your body to make sure you're not sick. So I took my gay cousin to get a prostate exam. And we was in the office, and we were only there for about 5 minutes. And I heard all this noise in the background. Heard a commotion, right? All of a sudden, the doctor came running out. He got a bloody nose. He got a scratch under his eye. His shirt is ripped up. I said, what's going on, Doc? He's like, me and your cousin, we got into a fight in the back. I said, how you get into a fight in the back in a prostate exam? Well, I'll tell you how you get in a fight in the back at a prostate exam. The doctor put the glove on his finger, and he was going to my cousin's glory hole to check it, right? And he got right there, and his whole hand went up in the glory hole on my cousin. But that's not what started the fight. What started the fight was my gay cousin got so excited, he clenched tight and stole the doctor's watch. That's what he did. So they can be troublesome if you allow them. Yeah, man. Tell you a little bit about myself. I live in Cleveland, Ohio now, man. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. Grew up here in New York, up the road a bit and right down the street. I was born in Jackson Heights, but I grew up in Marcy, right down the block there. I'm from the school. Yeah, I'm a Marcy cat. Yeah, I got the heck out of that too, bro. I made it out, my man. I escaped. You trying to escape? Yeah, you trying too late, bro. Yeah, you might not get out of there, man. You got to do something to get out of there. Marcy was cool, man. But I moved to Cleveland. Ohio, man. I'm staying in Cleveland now. I'm a little bit safer up there. It's rough in Cleveland, too. People think Cleveland is like farmland and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, bro. It's on some different down there, too. Yeah. It's on some different. It really is. I used to box, man. I used to do MMA. I was an MMA fighter, man. Yeah, I did that for like 6 days. Because I didn't realize them brothers would kick you, man. You know, I was an old boxer. I used to box for like 19 years, man. So I thought that because I was a boxer, that would translate over to MMA. It didn't work out like that, man. I was in the ring with the dude, man, and I was dancing and doing all that pretty stuff, and I hit him with a jab, and I hit him with a jab, and I stuck him in the ribs. And then that brother kicked me, man. He kicked me in the neck. He kicked me in the neck twice. And I was like, yo, somebody stop this. I don't understand this, man. I don't know if anybody in here ever been kicked in the neck before. There's no protocol for what to do when you get kicked in the neck. So I just cried like a baby. But you're not supposed to cry in MMA. You ain't supposed to cry at all. You're supposed to keep fighting. I was like, I'm not fighting. I was mad at everybody. And then my mother was sitting in the audience watching me get kicked in the neck. That man kicked me the second time. I called all the gods, man. I called all the gods. I ain't just called Jesus. I called Satan, Poseidon, Lucifer. I called all the gods to help me. I said, Lord, please, you said if I ask, I shall receive. And all I'm asking you to do is break this man's ankle so he don't kick me in the neck again. Because I've been kicked too many times in my neck. Good Lord let me down that day. He let me down. I had a life-changing experience the other day, too, man. I had a real life-changing experience. I was back in Cleveland, right? Coming out of Cleveland, Ohio. And me and my boys, we had went and played some ball. It was nice and warm a couple of days ago, so we played some ball. We was in our car, and I decided to stop at the gas station. When I stopped at the gas station, it was an older white gentleman next to us that stopped at the gas station too. And he got out of his car before we got out the car, right? So he was walking up to the store, and when he got to the curb, he tripped and fell and hit his head on the ground. And me and my boys were like, oh, my God, that is terrible. Oh, my Lord, is he all right? You all right, sir? And he didn't say anything. And I was like, looked at him, and then I used my foot, and I scooted him to the side and went on in the store. And I know some of y'all think that's cruel that I did that, but let me explain why I did that. It was a life-altering situation because I was in a location that was not prevalent for me to assist this older white gentleman. It's the equivalence of being like on Park Avenue, downtown, and a rich white dude falls on the ground. You pick him up, and you got 3 black dudes standing behind him. This might not go good for you. Kind of like this show is right now. How you doing over there, sister? see you in the corner. I see you in the corner. I got a sympathy laugh over here. One. Just one sympathy laugh. That's all I need is one. Oh, man, let me tell you a little bit about myself, sir. Since you've put your laptop up, I guess I could talk to you. I'm actually mixed, sir. I'm half African American, and I'm half Native American. I don't really mean that. I mean, it's half time I'm late, rest time I'm drunk. That's all it means, sir. Just trying to educate you on my culture. Because my mother really is a Native American from the Chihuahua tribe, and my father is from Nigeria, which means he's really, really dark-skinned, sir, because I'm dark, so that means he's triple the darkness of me. He ain't dark. He black, sir. My father black. You ever seen somebody so black they get in your car and the oil light pop on, sir? You ever see this? Yeah. You have? No, you haven't. You've never seen that. Yeah. My father is, but he's in the wallet black. He that type black, man. He like behind the dresser black. Yeah, he real black, man. He got out the shower one time. He was all glistening. We thought he was a seal. So we just started throwing him fish and stuff. We don't even talk to him no more, you know. And he a religious man, too. My father's a pastor now, man. I think he was, like, baptized in hot grease or some shit. I don't know what it was, because he's that black, sir. One time on Valentine's Day, he goes outside. He had a red suit on, and my whole neighborhood thought we had a life-size lawn jockey on our yard, sir. I appreciate that sympathy laugh, sir. Really. I'm fiending for sympathy laughs right now, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your sympathy laugh as well. You made me feel good, sir. Yeah, that is crazy. I used to be married, man. Anybody used to be married in here? Anybody married? You got no married couples in here? Everybody just sleeping around, huh? Yeah, that's cool. I was married, too, man. I was married. I divorced my wife, man. But when I met my wife was into that kinky stuff, man. I don't know what y'all call it. What y'all call that when you into that real kinky type stuff, like whips and chains and stuff like that? Anybody know what that's called? Anybody? Somebody said bondage? Dominatrix, bondage, or something like that. That's what it is, dominatrix. Yeah, my wife was into that when I married her, man. That's why I married her. I remember one time we was making love, and she actually stopped me in the middle of making love, told me to put a dog collar on her, finish it up. I was like, that's a fantasy of mine, so I did. After I got done, I rolled up some newspaper and beat her, too, you know. It's the mic. Got one sympathy laugh. He's the only one that caught that joke. I sure do appreciate that, sir. Used to rub her nose and doo-doo in the corner, you know. Tell her roll over and play dead. Because my wife, she was crazy, man. She would do, like, the most selfish things. And I don't like saying cuss words and little nasty words and nothing like that, right? So I make up cute little names for adult things we would do. You know, adult situations like this, you know, this area here, right? I make up little cute names for it. I call this area here, I call it drinking from each other's cup, you know. Drinking from each other's cup. You know, I used to drink from my wife's cup all the time, sir. I asked her to drink from my cup. All of a sudden, she ain't thirsty no more. You know, just real simple stuff. Thank you. I heard another sympathy laugh over there. And I change it up every now and then, man. I'd be like, oh, okay, how about we do the steak and egg things? You know, I'm a hearty, healthy man. I love steak and eggs. You know, I asked her to do the steak and eggs. All of a sudden, she a vegetarian. I said, you're a vegetarian, huh? How about toss some salad for me then? How about that? Uh-huh. Somebody over there caught that one. I appreciate that sympathy laugh. Sir, I seen a smile on your face too, Mr. Bartender. Thank you. I'm digging for everything I can right now. I'm hoping I'm telling some jokes to make a couple of purple giggle or something. It's all right if you don't. I just told y'all ain't but like 6 of y'all in here. Yeah, man. Been doing this show, man. I just did a show in Detroit, Michigan, man. I just did a show up in Detroit. And that was the wildest stuff I ever seen. I got robbed outside the show in Detroit, man. I was walking into the show. I was doing a show at the Fox Theater up in Detroit. And I was getting out my car, and as soon as I was getting ready to walk into the theater, a dude ran around the corner with a knife and pulled it on me and put it on my chest and was like, yo, give me everything in your pockets. And I was like, yo, I ain't really got nothing in my pocket. But, I'm a comedian, man. Matter of fact, I'm about to go do a show right here. He was like, you going where? I said, right here in the Fox Theater. Dude was like, here. He gave me the knife and gave me $20 too. After getting robbed. That's how rough Detroit is. Detroit is a rough place, man. I go inside and I start telling jokes. The whole audience was black, so I was like, oh, okay, this is about to go good, y'all. No, it kind of went like this is going right now. It didn't go well at all. I started telling jokes, didn't nobody laugh. I was about to tell another joke. All of a sudden, there was a brother sitting about 4 rows back. He stood up and threw a chicken wing and hit me in the chest, man. At a comedy show full of black people. And I wasn't even mad about the chicken wing. What I was mad about was the place I was doing comedy didn't even serve food. So that means he brought some chicken from the crib or something and hit me in the chest with it. Just the most craziest thing happened up there, man. I'd be on the road. I'd be sitting in them hotel rooms, and I'd be sitting there, and I'd be telling jokes, man, and doing this and that. And sometimes, man, they put you up in real nice places, Like this joint right here. This is a nice little lounge area right here. I don't know what the upstairs look like. I assume it's probably a decent little hotel. I was in a hotel in Detroit, man. This was the worst place I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if y'all ever been to a hotel that's bad. Have you ever been to a hotel so bad that you check in at the counter, they hand you the key to your room and the TV at the same time? Anybody? That's what it is, man. I got the TV and the key. I was like, man, I'm about to tell jokes. I can't carry all this with me. What's wrong with y'all? I go upstairs and I don't do nothing but sit around and watch TV. That's all I do. I just watch TV all the time. But don't nothing come on TV, on cable. It's the same thing all the time. Like, I was in Detroit. I was watching Home Alone 3. And then I started thinking about stuff. I said, like, is it me or when is Children's Services going to get involved in this? You done left your kid home 3 times? You leave your kid home 3 times, but I can't leave my kid in the hot car for 5 minutes. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And then they got commercials on the TV I don't like, man. I don't know if y'all seen this commercial before. They got a commercial called Your Baby Can Read. Anybody seen this one yet? I was like, that's crazy. Let me tell you something, Brooklyn. If you got a baby that can read, you got a baby that can work. You got a lazy baby. Somebody need to punch your baby in the back. Lazy. This is the largest audience I've ever performed for. Look at my people at this table here. They just studying. They ain't even paying attention to me. They just studying. 2 brothers at the bar. They all adapting. You finna leave, bruh? You about to leave, my man? Dredge, you gone? Yeah, he didn't even hear me. He out. Marcy, you still here? You hanging out? Man, you ain't heard nothing I said, though. But you still here. That's what's up. You still here, brother. That's what's up. When the band don't show, this is what you get, man. This is exactly what you get when the band don't show. But you know what? I only need 1 person in the room. That's all I need. I got 7 at that table right there, but they studying. They're doing a math problem right now. They're not really paying attention to me. They're doing math. That's obviously math. When you're not paying attention, it's absolute math. How you doing, sir? I see you peeking around that corner. How you doing? How you doing, sir? Go ahead and get on your elevator. There you go. Going on up like the Jeffersons. Move on up. What'd you say, brother? You was about to say something. Come on, get it out. That's how everybody else started. I don't mind, man. I did my thing already, man. I'd been on BET. I've been on Comedy Central. I did a couple things. Yeah, I'm a little bit famous, man. Just a little bit famous. I ain't got make it rain type money, though. I can't make it rain. I ain't got nothing but some change in my pocket. I throw that and make it hell all over here, though. I can't do that. I can make it hell. I just don't have that precipitation type money in my pocket, the rain money, you know. Get a little. Who? Richard Pryor? Richard Pryor. I wish I was Richard Pryor, man. That's my idol. Richard Pryor used to start, man. I used to start, man. You know where I started at? You remember Aunt Esther from Sanford and Son? When I moved to Cleveland, she owned a club in Cleveland. And yeah, she's a comedian, man. She was a comedian in Cleveland, Ohio, so that's why I started at with her. And she had one rule. You could not curse. If you curse, you were banned from her spot, man. It was called the Robin's Nest. So me, Steve Harvey, all them cats from Cleveland, we all went through that joint. All of them went through that, man. Monique was there because she was married to a dude that's from Cleveland at the time. So I see them, AJ Jamal, all them cats, Arsenio. Been around all of them, man, just watching them. I used to go there and watch them do their thing. And I kind of fell in love with that. I was like, yeah. I fell in love with it, man. So I said, let me go try it and see if I can do it, you know. The band was supposed to play. But they didn't show up. So guess what you getting tonight? You getting this. You getting the freestyler, man. You getting the dude. You want me to freestyle on here? Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it, man. I ain't got no instrument with me. I don't have no instrument with me, man. I can't freestyle without an instrument. No. I can't do none of that. I ain't going to beatbox or no stuff like that. I can't rap. I'm in the city where rap started. I can't do that. I just had to sit up here and sweat it out. Man, I got this little light right here on rotisserie, man. It's hot. I ain't been up here but like 15 minutes and stuff, and that light hot. I'm sweating. Sweating all glycerin and all that, man. This is the coolest show I ever did, man, because I'm interacting with one person. I'm actually interacting with one person on stage, man. That's not a good thing at all, man. No, I'm going to keep it going. I ain't scared. They don't scare me. I've been to the Apollo, Jack. I don't get scared. I don't get scared of that, man. I don't get scared. How y'all doing? Did y'all figure out that math problem yet? Hey, math table, did y'all finish that math problem? They still not paying attention. Brother, walk over there and see what they doing, man. That's the math table, man. They figuring out a math problem over there or something. They are thoroughly into the math problem. What they got going on over there? It ain't no plot to bring down a building or nothing over there, is it? He actually got up and asked y'all, was y'all doing a math problem? That's what he actually, that's what I like right there, man. I like that. I thought it was going to be some older people in the audience, man. I can reflect with the older people, like, you know. You the oldest person I got. How old are you, young brother? You 55? You just that age, man. I bet you got a little pocket knife on you about this big right now, don't you? You know them old dudes got little pocket knives on them about this big, every one of them. You ain't got one on your keychain? We're going to go over to that table and stab it, the whole table, for not laughing. You get the whole table, man. I like older people, man, especially the old ladies, because all of them got like a church butterscotch in their purse or something like that, you know. They feeling bad right now. They be like, oh, baby, it's going to be all right. Your jokes is going to be all right. Take this butterscotch with you, baby. It'll be a church butterscotch, man. Yeah, man. My cousin, man, I was looking forward to my cousin coming up because I wanted to visit him, see him, and hang out with him tonight, man. You know, I told you, you didn't hear what I said. I got a cousin, man. He's a midget and gay at the same time, man. You heard that part? You didn't hear what his name is, though. His name is Vilaman. Of course he's gay. Vilaman? Of course he's gay, man. Who names their child V. Lamar? Them. Of course he's gay. Absolutely he's gay. I knew he was gay. The Super Friends used to come on TV. Super Friends. And they had the little characters in it called Jan, the Wonder Twins. Remember the Wonder Twins? Yeah, me and my cousin used to play that all the time, man. We used to play the Wonder Twins all the time, right? And this is how I found out he was gay. Because every time we played the Wonder Twins, he would fight to be Jan. You know, it was Jan and Jace. It was a girl and a boy. He was always like, I'm Jan. I'm Jan. I was like, okay, bro. That's cool. You can be Jan. We used to go down to the store and get the little ring pops put on our fingers, man. You know, because Jan and Jace would touch rings and they would say something. And whatever they said, that's what they were, you know. So we go get them little ring pops. We put them on our fingers and we'd touch them together. And I would always pick something real tough, right? I pick something real masculine. You know, I touch a ring with him like shape of a lion or a tiger. Not my little gay cousin, man. He picked the gayest stuff every time. We touch rings. He'd be like, former of a choreographer or something. I'm like, come on, man. You can't save no people by dancing on them. You gotta let them know something, bro. You gotta let them know something. But that's what he would do, man. You want to save. Nah, I'm gonna keep going, man. I ain't scared, man. I ain't scared. I ain't scared at all, man. I ain't scared. I just came from Detroit, man. Can't get no worse than Detroit. I did a taping in Detroit, man. Yeah. I got some special news to tell y'all though. I have been doing comedy for a little bit of time, man, and I finally got a call that I've been waiting on. You know, I got a cable special now. Yeah, I got a cable special coming out. They told me for $7.95 I get Showtime and Cinemax with that. So, yeah, you didn't even catch that one, brother. That was over your head right there. That one went straight over your head. I appreciate that sympathy smirk, sir, on the way to the bathroom. I sure do. Yeah, he had a sympathy smirk on him. He was like, oh, poor baby, he just trying. He just really trying. My little sympathy smirk, man. Yeah. No, the brother that just went in the bathroom right there. Yeah, man, New York, man, it's crazy up here, man. I was down here earlier, man. I was riding around, you know. I was down on Wall Street, you know, because I want to learn how to, you know, what they do with the stocks and all that stuff, man. And I was talking to a stockbroker out on the sidewalk. I said, man, so tell me a little bit about this, man, because I really want to know what it is. He was like, well, the market right now is volatile, man. It's volatile, you know. It's contracting and it's laboring right now. I said, yo, hold up, man. I just want to invest this $20. I ain't trying to get nobody pregnant. I ain't trying to get nobody. You ain't catch that, did you, sir? That was over your head, too. It's contracting and laboring. There you go. You caught that? All right, that's cool. You worked in Wall Street, sir? You a trader? To the country or to the? Oh, you worked at the Trade Center. The new one or the old one? Yeah, I know the old one's done. Yeah, I was here for that. I was here. I was in town for that. Yeah, I was at the Apollo that night when that went down, man. It's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. I never forget that. But the spirit of the people kept it moving, man. That's all it is. We just got to keep it moving. Got your boy Trump. You a Trump fan? Any Trumpsters in here? You got Trumpsters, sir? Look at that guy. He stood up when I said Trump. He was about to leave. Yeah, fuck you. I don't. You're not going to talk about Trump like that. Where are the Trump fans at? We got Trump people in here? You ain't got to be scared. You ain't got to be scared. Nobody's a Trumper? Sir, I know you're a Trumpster. You are a Trumpster, sir. Yes, you are. Look at him. Look how he come out of the bathroom smiling. He know he's a Trumpster. That brother's a Trumpster right there. Trump a gangster, man. He from here, man. He's a straight gangster. That's a gangster in office right there. Trump's the running things, man. He is on some real stuff. He trying to take care of the Mexicans right now, man. I don't understand it. He trying to get rid of all the man. He want to put a fence up. You hear what he said the other day? He want to build a moat and put alligators in it. I said, dang. It ain't that serious, man. You don't get rid of the Mexicans. Mexicans the hardest working people in the world, man. You know, any Mexicans in here? See, they at work, all of them right now. All of them at work. The hardest working people in the world, man. You want to get rid of somebody, you don't get rid of the Mexicans. Get rid of like the Egyptians or something like that. Get rid of them, you know. And look at the dude. He looking at me now. He like, why the Egyptians? Well, if you'd have did your work in school, you'd have understood that it took 30,000 Egyptians 20 years to build one pyramid. And everybody in this room know that 6 Mexicans could have did that in 17 days. Yeah, they could have saved you money, too. Yeah. They could have saved you money. Them some hard-working people, man. I think the Mexicans would be good in, the Olympics, too, man. I think they'd be sweet, like, in the Olympics. I would put them in, like, bobsledding. I think that's the perfect sport for Mexicans to do. Because, you know, bobsledding requires you to run behind something and jump in it. And I witness them do that all the time when I drive down to Home Depot and drive my truck. They jump in the back of it, all of them. Right on time. Thank you for the sympathy laugh, sir. I appreciate that. One person caught that joke. There you go. How about you, Trumpster? You caught that joke too? He's smiling again. Yeah, he must have caught that one. I don't know, man. I was actually on a commercial one time, man. I did a commercial back in the day. I don't know. You guys, I got this hat on, so you really can't see my face. I did a Mentos commercial back in the day. I did a Mentos commercial. You know, Mentos, fresh and fresh. That commercial, man. I did one of those. And I remember when I went out to L.A., man, and I auditioned for the commercial, it came down between me and another brother, right? And they asked us to sing that Mentos song. So I started singing the song. I like, Mentos, fresh and fresh. And the producer, he stopped me in the middle of singing the song, and he said, excuse me. And he did like this. He put his hand right here on his hip this way. You know what that means when your hand on your hip this way. If it's like this, all right. But he put it backwards like this. And he said, excuse me, I'm going to need you to sing the song more man-like. And I said, what? He's like, more of a man's man. I was like, okay, cue the music up again. So I went real Barry White on him this time. I was like, Mentos fresh. And he stopped. He's like, no. I'm going to need you to be more of a man's man. And I was like, what? I was like, what did you say to me? Because I knew what he was talking about at the time. I was like, let me tell you something, man. I don't get down like that, man. I'm a grown man. I got a whole bunch of kids. I don't play like that, man. Don't do that to me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to leave right now. And I turned around to leave, and he was like, the commercial pays $50,000. And I turned around and was like, Mentos freshin'. Yeah, I sung the hell out of that song, man. For $50,000, I'll sing that song in front of 6 dudes butt naked right now. I promise you I would, man. I wasn't worried about what he was thinking about me at that time, brother. $50,000 is what I made on that commercial, man. Yeah. I used to live down in Tennessee too, man. I lived in Tennessee. And when I first moved to Tennessee, being from New York and then living in Cleveland, I went from one extreme to the next extreme. Then I went to Tennessee. And when I got down there, my boys were like, man, be careful down there, man. There might be some racism down there. I was like, dude, I ain't worried about no racism. I'm from NY and Cleveland. I ain't worried about that. And then I got down there and I had an experience, y'all, and I got to tell you about it. I got a good friend of mine. He's a white guy from down in Crossville, Tennessee. When I first met him, I think I was the first black friend he ever had, right? So he decided he was going to ask me a question. He was like, yo, Ace, can I ask you this question? I was like, yeah, man, go ahead. You can ask me anything. He was like, it's something I always wanted to know about black people. I said, what's that? He was like, why do all black people eat watermelon and chicken all the time? And I just looked at him. I said, what did you say to me? Well, actually, I had to spit them seeds out my mouth because I was eating watermelon and put them bones down because I was eating watermelon and chicken at the time, but that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is just a stereotype of what people do. Like, black people eat watermelon and chicken. Chinese people can't drive cars. They got a movie that came out back in the day that was racist as heck. It was called White Men Can't Jump. You ever see that movie? White Men Can't Jump? That was the most racist and stereotypical movie I ever seen. Of course white men jump. Let the stock market crash right now. It'd be white men jumping off stuff around here all over the place. I was still upset with him for asking me that, man, because, you know, I asked the question. I said, if I ask anybody in this audience right now, like half of them probably say they like watermelon. The other half probably say they like chicken. And probably the majority of them probably say they like both of them, right? And watermelon and chicken. But I was still mad at him for asking me that because it was a stereotype. And I was still mad at him. So what I did is I burned him with a Newport I was smoking at the time, man. Yeah, you caught that, didn't you? There you go. His shirt caught on fire, and I had some Coke 45. I used that to pull it out. And I feel bad for him, so I just wrapped him up in some old back child support orders I had in my car, man. There you go, man. That's what I'm talking about. You caught that entire joke. That joke took me 2 minutes to write. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to write that joke, man. Nah, that's not talent, man. I work for NBC right now, man. I'm a script writer. Yeah. I write scripts, man. That's what I do. I write jokes. I'm what you call a ghost writer. You ever heard of ghost writers before? Yeah, I get paid to write jokes for other dudes. Huh? Yeah. I get paid to write jokes. See, I can't say bad words in here because I would tell you something. No, I can't. Or else I would tell you, I used to write for Kevin Hart. I used to write his stuff. I wrote his material for him. Don't clap because I ain't getting rich from it. He worth $35 million. I'm doing the show in front of 7 people. 4 of them left. Mm-hmm. No, they ain't paying. They still trying to figure that math problem out over there. That's what they're trying to. They still working on that math problem. That's what is that y'all trying to work on? That's the theory of relativity. What y'all trying to get? Y'all trying to figure out how to get to the moon? What is going on over there? It's a bunch of astronauts at that table right there. That dude worked for NASA. I know you. I've seen you before. He works for NASA. He's going to get to the moon. Y'all let me know when y'all get the answer to the equation over there, please, please. I'm curious. Nobody eat no food over there. We bring you some pepper over there if you need some. Get you some pepper grind and, grind you. Pepper, please, sir. You need pepper? You need pepper on your food, ma'am? Pepper. Did they ever do that to you at a restaurant? You go to the restaurant, they be like, excuse me, ma'am, would you like some pepper? And they just keep putting pepper on your food, ma'am. See, they back to that math problem, bro. They all back to it again. But I appreciate the sympathy laugh, though. You need some pepper, sir? Son, you need pepper? You got food over there? I can bring some pepper to you, man. Pepper, I just like saying pepper. That's a cool word to say, pepper. That is a fabulous word, pepper. Yeah, man. I'm gonna leave here in a minute, man, and go over there and see my cousin, man. We gonna go hang out. Me and my little gay cousin, man. Yeah, I got a little gay midget cousin, man. Yeah, I remember when he first came out the cabinet and told everybody he was gay, man. Yeah, he couldn't come out no closet. He was too short to reach the door, so it was a kitchen cabinet. He came out. Thank you for the sympathy laugh, sir. I appreciate that. I appreciate that sympathy laugh. Yeah, man, he came out the cabinet on him. Straight out the cabinet, man. Told the whole family, man. Little dude, man. Little dude, something else. This is cool, man. You can look over there on Broadway, all the way back down to Delancey and all that stuff down there. And you got the train running overhead. It's like a vampire's hotel, ain't it? Ain't no sunlight over here. Y'all got the train tracks blocking all the sun out. There's a bunch of vampires in here, ain't you? Your name over there, what's your name, sir? Mama Waldy? Yes, who you are. You Mama Waldy, ain't you? Yeah, you is. There's a bunch of vampires in here, man. This is a vampire hotel. I already know it is. That's not what your name? It's not a vampire hotel. That's cool, man. I like this, man. This is cool. I like this, man. I can stand up here all day and just talk. I don't need to even tell no jokes. I can just talk to y'all. You know what? I still got New York blood in me, man. Like, I do things that New Yorkers do. Like, when I drive my car, I don't use my turn signal, man. I don't use my turn signal because ain't none of your damn business where I'm going, man. You nosy. That's why I don't use my turn signal, right? I don't use them at all, man. But I went to visit my grandfather, who's in the nursing home. Went to visit him at the nursing home. And that's real cool that I did that, man, because he don't live there, but he got a couple of his girls there, So I had to meet him. Yeah, thank you for the sympathy laugh, sir. I appreciate that. That is fabulous that one guy laughed over there in the corner. It's absolutely fabulous, man. And I got news too, man. You know, I'm a cancer survivor, man. Did you know that? I'm a cancer survivor, man. Yeah. Or at least I think she was a cancer. She might have been Aquarius. I don't know. But she stabbed me, though. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Man, that's one of them jokes. You can use that all day, man. It's already copywritten, but I don't care about it. I told you I work for NBC, man. I'm a script writer. I write jokes. That's what I do. I write for people. What you got? Never get a hangover. So stay drunk. That's the joke? Oh, that's what you are right now. Just staying drunk. I appreciate that sympathy smirk, sir, as you go to the bathroom. After the show, sir, I will come in there and dry your hands for you. That's all. I'm a full-service comedian. This is easy, man. You just stand up on the microphone and be stupid. That's all. Oh, yeah, you can. Everybody can do this, man. You can do this. You can do this all day, man. I do. Black people in here, my whole show, my whole approach will be very different right now. I'll be saying some wild stuff right now, you know. But I can't say some wild stuff here because it might be children, you know, inside the building, you know. I can't say wild stuff in front of a bunch of math geniuses over here, man. I can't. They trying to figure out a problem, man. That might. Man. But whatever it is, they really into it. Look at them. Look at that table. Look at that. Look at them. They are trying to figure that math problem out, man. I don't know what they doing over there. They gonna open up a portal through time with that math problem. They trying to figure out. They've been on that for at least how long I've been up here? About 35 minutes, 40 minutes. That's how long they've been open there on that problem right there, man. What we gonna do? You gonna sing? We come up here and sing Kumbaya. No Kumbaya? Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. Sir, I told you I was a full service comic. I would have came in there and dried your hands for you, man. Now you didn't. Sir, you just didn't listen, sir. Full service comic, sir. I tell jokes and dry hands, sir. You tell everybody. As a comedian, he tell jokes and dry hands. That's what he do. And he try to figure out math problems over here at the table. Hey, Mr. Hawkins. Mr. Hawkins right there. Is that your name, sir? Mr. Hawkins? No, I'm talking about the guy sitting on in here, Mr. Hawkins. He's trying to figure out that math problem. He's still doing it, too. The answer is 4. It's 4, sir. That's the answer. I could save you guys a whole bunch of trouble. It's 4. This is stupid, man. This is crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I'm gonna get off the stage now, man. I've been up here for a long time, man. It don't seem like that long. It seems like I've been up here like 15. I've been up here like 50 minutes talking to you, talking to that man right there, that one person and these 2 empty tables right here. That's who I've been. You know, y'all got me working hard for $13.42, man. This is as hard as I've ever worked. It should be. It should be, sir. It should. Sit here and drink. That's what y'all do. It's a relaxing bar. That's what y'all do. Y'all just sit here and drink. No? Yeah, okay. I got to go to Canada tomorrow, man. I got to fly up to Canada. Got to go to Alberta to do a show. I'm going to do a big. Alberta? No. You know where Alberta is? I got to fly up there, brother. How to get up there that quick, man? Alberta like 20 hours away. There's no way I can drive 20 hours, man. I can't do it. Not leaving out of New York City. No. Can't do it, man. But they working on the speed of light over there. I can use that and get. Yeah, they working on it. They on some Spock type stuff over there, on some Star Trek type stuff. That's what they on. They are on some Star Trek stuff over there. It's crazy, man. I can tell jokes and look out the window at the same time. This is absolutely marvelous. This is marvelous, man. Never been in a spot where I could tell jokes and look out in the traffic and see an accident at the same time. That's crazy. That is. What you turn around, sir? You supposed to be working on that question over there. Don't be turning around, paying attention to nothing outside. You just pay attention to that table, and you finish that equation, sir. I already gave y'all the answer. It's 4. I told y'all it was 4. I told y'all that 3 times. The answer is 4. What y'all working on over there? Some rocket fuel? New rocket fuel or something? Y'all gonna try to get to the moon? What's going on, man? Whatever it is important because y'all really concentrating on it. I'm talking and interrupting y'all. Oh, so y'all working on warp transportation. Is that what it is? You guys are working on warp transportation. That's what y'all doing. Y'all work for NASA, every last one of y'all. That guy there? Oh, he's a Trumpster. That's all. Yeah, don't worry about him. He's a Trumpster. You're going to be mad if Trump get impeached, sir. I don't want you doing nothing wild if Trump get impeached, sir. I want you to contain yourself. You're a Trumpster, sir. Contain yourself. Don't get all mad and upset and then mess up the formula and change the answer to 3 instead of 4 because that's probably what you're going to do. I can't believe he got impeached. The answer's 3. He didn't change the whole half of the equation. Now y'all got to sit back at that table again for another 50 minutes and rewrite that whole equation again. Wouldn't it be crazy if y'all was working on a coloring book or something over there, man? Y'all was just sitting there working on a coloring book? What are y'all, a bunch of teachers is over there? Y'all a bunch of teachers, sir? No? Physicists? Stockbrokers? Cops? Drug dealers, that's what you are. You're a drug dealer, sir. Y'all trying to divide up what part of Delancey Street and Marcy y'all going to be on. Who's the ringleader? That lady on the end down there. Yep, that's the ringleader right there. This how we going to do this. You the new Bumpy Johnson, ma'am. You the new Bumpy Johnson. Y'all trying to divide up Brooklyn right now. Riding up that's why it's 5 of y'all, because y'all all got a borough each. Trying to work the boroughs. What you doing on the end there, young man? Which one you got? Queens? You got Queens, sir, don't you? This is your block. Queens, Manhattan, Saskatchewan. I don't know what the boroughs is around here. We got boroughs in Cleveland, too. We got boroughs. Did you know that, sir? We have boroughs in Cleveland. We have boroughs. Yes, we do. I think I done wasted enough of y'all time, man. You think have I wasted enough of your time, sir? No? You got a random person. How you doing, ma'am? How you doing? You just walked in with your hoodie on. I was about to run out the door. I didn't know what was going on. I thought you was finna come out on us. Thought you was going to let loose. You walked in with a hoodie on. You ain't even going to drop your hoodie. You just came in all black with a bandana on or a hat. You got a hat on? It's like 75 degrees outside, ma'am. You got a scully on, a full scully. You in winter mode right now. Got a full scully. You like it's cold. You know, I live on the lake in Cleveland now, ma'am. You know how cold it is on the lake in Cleveland? You ever been so cold you open your door and start praying and cussing at the same time? That ever happened to you? You open the door and be like, ooh, Lord Jesus, it's cold as hell out here. You didn't use the Lord's name in vain, ma'am. You got a full scully on. You like a month before that supposed. Let me introduce you to the table in front of you, ma'am. That's a bunch of drug dealers at the table in front of you. They run the fire. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. I wasn't supposed to put it out there. No, they are NASA scientists, ma'am. They're working on the formula right now. The answer is 4. That's what it is. And the guy sitting right in front of you, he's a Trump supporter. Yeah. Yeah, the one black dude at the table, yep. He's straight Trump supporter. Straight Trump supporter. No, don't record it now because you're gonna mess up his game, man. He got to go back to the hood. Where you live, sir? Where you live? You live around this? You live on this side of town? Everybody gonna know now that you a Trump supporter. Everybody in your hood. You done just lost your hood card, sir. You can't go back to Delancey Street. You can't do it, sir. You got to move on up to Park Avenue with the rest of the Trumpsters. In Trump Towers. That's where you got to go, sir. All right, sir. Apparently he didn't want his hands dry when he went to the bathroom. You have a nice day, sir. You getting on the elevator. All right, there you go, my brother. All right, have a good one. We got a lady that came in a ski mask in the building. There you go. Ski mask lady. Man, let me get off this stage, man. I wasted y'all time enough, man. I thank y'all for listening to my pathetic show. I really appreciate that, man. I told you I ain't scared to stand up here, man. I'll stand here all day and talk. I can stand for like 2 hours and tell you jokes. Yeah, I can, but I'm tired. This light is hot. It's on rotisserie. I already explained that to you. The light on rotisserie, and I'm dark skinned. If there's some people sitting right here and I got an afro sheen in my hair, they all catch on fire right now. That's what it would. All this grease will pop off on you. And you fry some chicken. But listen, I'm going to get off this stage, man. I thank y'all for listening to me. I had vented for a while. So I'm going to get off. So y'all have a good night, okay? All right, sir. Thank you for that sympathy laugh, sir. And y'all finish that problem, okay? You guys finish that problem and divide the block up. Divide the block up, man. Get the block hot. Keep it hot, sir. Keep it hot. That's what you do. All right, Trumps. Let's see you later, man. I'm out, baby.